I've been on the road touring for like, I think 3 years now. And it's been like, it started from just doing weekend shows from when I was in Auckland, and I'd go over and I'd play Australia. I'd play like a weekend. I'd do like 1 or 2 shows in Australia, and I'd come back. And it wasn't really until I went and the song I made with Boombox Cartel, Supernatural, that song really did a lot for me and took me essentially. What's up? Nah, we're good. That song really took me to America, essentially. That kind of blew me up and took me to that next level where a lot of artists started playing that song out at big festivals, and I got a lot of traction from that and made the move to America. And with a great team behind me, we planned out like the first Quix tour in America. Then that turned into more tours. When we thought we were coming over for like 10 shows a couple of years ago, turned into like a 40-day tour. And then now we're posted up here in LA while we're on tour. Continuing on from that, we've had, I think, like 3 or 4 more tours, and then we're about to announce another tour now. Tour is insane. It's so much fun, and also pretty grueling as well. There's a lot of flight, a lot of flying, a lot of flying. If you don't love flying and you want to be a touring artist, love to like flying. It's insane. It's also really good when you fly a lot, you get to build your miles up, and you get those sweet upgrades all through a couple of airlines. It's great. The shows are great. The shows, doing back-to-back shows, like going, all right, so we're flying to San Fran. We do a show there, and that's from like 12:30 to 2 a.m. Then we have another 6 a.m. flight, and I fly to Atlantic City, and I do a little Vegas club play there from 1 to 2:30 a.m. And then we have another 10 a.m. flight over to Philly, or not to Philly, sorry. I'm actually like, this is like a tour schedule that I'm remembering. I did a few connections, but we connected in Philly, and I flew to New Orleans, and then I played another hour-and-a-half set there, 7 a.m. flight back to LA, and I pretty much died by the time I was in LA, and I just was like, enough, that was too much. And the thing that sucks about touring is a lot of the tiredness, and I mean, it doesn't really get seen by a lot of people. It's just you and you alone, and that's why it's super amazing that I tour with my wife. A little emotional support for each other, and we get to kind of back each other up in the tough times where it's, I'm expected to play and expected to perform and be Quix, and it's amazing. And in the moments, man, it's so much fun on the stage and having fun, but off stage can be kind of brutal when you kind of feel like, oh man, this is so much, and tiredness kicks in, and when you're up for 24, 30 hours straight, it's like, yeah, the major fights me and my wife have are at airports. Like, that's it. Festival shows, club shows are amazing. Club shows, obviously, a lot more intimate. You get to it's almost like this, where we're in a club, and I get to just be with like a couple of hundred people, and we get to just jam out for an hour and a half. Festivals are sick. They're always a lot bigger, have crazy production, which is fun because you get to be like triggering fireworks and you're ripping your trap bags and stuff like that. It's insane. But producing on the road is really tough as well for me. I don't work well when I produce on the road, just because I feel like when I want to get creative, I need to have like a really I need to be in like the right mindset. I don't know. I need to have food in me. I need to like have had a coffee and like get zoned in. So producing on the road, I have had a few situations where it's like, this needs to be done now, and like you have to just crank out the laptop, and sometimes it's on the plane, and that sucks because you're just like crammed in this little thing trying to, and I hate working on the mouse pad, on the touchpad. I always have a mouse. Work with a mouse, man. It's amazing. Yeah, and obviously like having the best attitude is amazing, especially for like the person with you touring and the people that you meet at the clubs. You know, I'm, say, one of 3 DJs that a promoter has to deal with in 1 week, and if I can come through with like the best attitude and be like, "What's up? Like, let's have a great show," and you know, that goes a long way for me. And obviously, yeah, having the best team. And there's my team. There's me, my wife, my agent Corey. If I go left to right, Justin, who is an amazing guy, works under Mark, who was on the far right, and works very closely with our team. So from Justin, Corey from the left to now, the next guy, it's my agent, and then my wife, and then myself, and then my manager, Mark. And they're a beautiful group of people.